Hello, fabulous friends, fans, and superstars. Welcome to your horoscope for the week of March 26, 2017. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. What a week it is. We've got a new moon taking place this week, fresh energy coming in, and a real sense of starting again, but also that fresh start being rooted in what was, the fresh start being rooted in a different understanding of the past. And that is because this new moon is happening hand in hand with a retrograde Venus. Venus going backwards in the sky now is going to have one of those peak, very defining moments, if you will, in a larger retrograde cycle. So the Venus retrograde cycle has been taking place since late January. Late January is when Venus entered shadow. Now, this is one of those moments that is going to, for many people out there, really help to make clear what some of the larger lessons are at play now. Venus retrograde is always a time when we get some very powerful insights into self-value, self-love, self-respect, self-esteem. That's part of it. We get some very powerful insights into what we love and why, what we don't really love, what we've been telling ourselves we love, but we really don't, in terms of life circumstances and situations and certain things and certain duties and certain tasks and certain responsibilities. But also, of course, it's about love. It's about people, romantically, significantly. And where it comes to Aries energy and when Venus is going retro in the sign of Aries, love and its connection to what you really feel, what you really truly desire, well, that comes that much more into focus. How much you are participating in and actively taking part in, taking ownership in your experience in love comes that much more into focus. If what you truly want is a life that you love, then you will get in touch with that desire very strongly now. And if what you truly want is love, then the valor, meaning the courage, in order to make that come about, in order to take action in support of that, is also going to come forward as well. There's an amazing thing with Aries energy. It certainly can make a person brave, and brave in the pursuit of the life that you imagine and the life that you know is possible for you if you believed and if you had faith. But it's not just about faith in a idealized, sort of plugged into source kind of inspired sense. I mean, confidence is really what it comes down to. Do you have the confidence that it can take to actually put yourself out there for the type of work that you know is going to be fulfilling, for the type of prosperity that you know is going to be especially fulfilling for you, and for the type of love that you know is going to be fulfilling for you? Do you have the type of confidence that it takes to actually work on your relationship that you care about, to express your desire, to actually do that work, to make yourself vulnerable in that way, or to actually pursue something new as well, which is also a different type of confidence it takes to actually be willing to make that fresh start. Now remember, this is a time of experimentation and reconsideration. Venus is retro, so any final decisions are not likely to be very final, but it is a great time to go over old ground and to get some new perspectives. Also a really great time to see the past differently and to let that be the great inspiration, like to all of a sudden realize what someone was really trying to tell you all along. So to be in a past relationship or a past situation where it didn't work out and at the time you might have taken it really personal, well, this is where maybe some new inspiration comes in or some new information comes in that helps us to see that, oh, wow, that's what they were really telling me. That's what was really going on, that there was this whole other backstory, or there was some very coded language they were using that we couldn't see at the time because we were taking it so personally when it was never really about us all along. Now that information, inspiration element is especially strong now because not only are we having a new moon, but we are having Mercury meet Uranus in the sky this week. This is super powerful. Normally, Mercury and Uranus meet once a year. Now that can be different if it's a Mercury retro in the same area of the sky as Uranus kind of year. It's not that this year, and so that doesn't happen too often. We don't have to worry about that right now. So this is it, right? For all intents and purposes, this is the Mercury meeting Uranus moment. And this is really where some very surprising information and very quick revelations can find us. I think of this energy as like epiphany energy, right? And I don't use that word lightly. I mean it to, really state that it is the mind and the heart and the awareness that can bring about great change in a very quick instant. And it can be for some of us as if a new perspective can allow us to feel wiped clean of the past, a past that we don't need to carry into the future anymore. For some of us, it's going to be quite dramatic, as if we are like putting down baggage, if you will, like really letting things go that we no longer need to keep carrying now, or no longer need to bring into our future. Now, consider this also. Mercury is also going to activate in supreme harmony Saturn, because Uranus and Saturn are sort of in this wide dance right about now. And because they are in this wide dance, it means that when one planet comes along and moves over one or activates one in a meaningful way, chances are it's speaking to the other as well. And this is part of an ongoing theme that's going to define much of 2017. I know I've mentioned it before. Chances are I'm going to mention it again. This is one of those moments when I'm mentioning it. And that is because we've got Mercury moving over Uranus and will reach out in supreme harmony to Saturn. This to me is like lasting positive change. This is lucky. This is fortunate. This is as a result of the new information, new insight, complete change of perspective. We are able to create a much more fortunate set of circumstances for ourselves. We're able to experience a greater set of grounding and a greater sense of knowing who we are, a greater sense of connecting to what really matters, what's going to bring our lives greater stability. And from there, we can grow forward that much more stronger and that much more prosperous in so many different ways. It's like we connect to what we really believe and what we should have believed all along. This can be a very powerful and very transformative moment for some people out there. And so if you find yourself as part of having that very transformative moment, embrace it, welcome it. Ultimately, I do think that it is these very moments that give us a little spark, that give us these little clues, these little insights into who it is that we truly can be when we trust the omens. Now, all this Mercury movement should be very welcome, considering last week Mercury was activating, if you remember, activating a larger conversation playing out between Jupiter and Pluto. Now, this week, that larger conversation is actually going to be exact. 2017 is certainly being regarded with a sense of these larger conversations playing out. So the fact that Jupiter and Pluto this week are forming an exact moment, I do think that some of what could otherwise be very grand is going to be negated somewhat, because last week we did have Mercury activating that conversation already. And so it's almost as if what otherwise could have been a really big deal, some of that air already was taken out, okay? So if there was any like frustration or any big reveal or, any, sort of need to sort of understand limitations and feeling a need to push beyond them, if there was any of that needed to happen, we dealt with it, we talked it out, we looked at it already in our own individual journeys. Now, as part of this bigger conversation, it's like some deeper shifts and adjustments are going to be happening for us. This to me really is, if you think about the Jupiter specials, which are on YouTube right now, and you can have a look at those Jupiter specials that I published on my YouTube channel back in the fall. This is one of those important moments as part of Jupiter moving through the sign of Libra, where we get to adjust our course. We get to look at our blessings manifesting in accordance to what the potential is. So is Jupiter delivering all the promise? Is it that we need to do more? Is it that we need to focus more? Because really, focus, attention, and surrender. It really works like that in a 3-step process. If anywhere along the line, if we start focusing too much, it becomes obsessive, and then it goes into an energy that ultimately keeps things away from us. And if we don't focus our thoughts in a right way, if we focus too much on the fear part of it instead of on the great things that could be possible for us, then that's not good either. Then we end up manifesting things that are not what we hope for, that move us in the opposite direction. So where are we in that process of working with the universe to cultivate and manifest in reality more of what it is that we hope to experience in our lived experience, more of what it is that we wish to have in our lives? This is a reality check moment. This is a surrender moment for all of us. That work already began last week. This is one of those signpost check-in reality check moments for us that ultimately can help align us that much more powerfully with the blessings that Jupiter has promised in our own individual journeys. And again, have a look at the Jupiter special for your sign for more insights on that. Also this week, Mercury will change signs. Mercury will, before the week is out, move into the sign of Taurus. So all of us as a collective will start talking a lot more about money and prosperity. This is the sign that is the home sign of Venus. And so I do think that matters of Venus, like self-esteem, self-value, and really enjoying the earthly experience, right? Enjoying being incarnated are going to be part of what more of us are talking about and considering and striving to understand more of what that means. Now, a little bit of a heads up, next week, Venus is going to change signs. I'll be here to talk about it then. Venus is going to be reaching out to Saturn. I mean, this is going to be a very big moment in the Venus retrograde cycle. And what starts to transpire next week is going to hearken to what it was that took place back in late January and into early February as well. But it really is going to be a time to start paying attention. I will be here to talk about it then. But I feel the fact that Mercury is moving into the sign of Taurus is going to help us to understand much more deeply what did take place. And it's going to help us understand much more deeply what this Venus retrograde cycle as a whole is meant to be for us in our own individual journeys. It's going to help us to bridge heart and mind. It's going to help us to actually intellectualize and verbalize that which otherwise would just be a feeling or an emotion. And sometimes tough emotions can be really hard to put into words, but Mercury moving into this part of the sky is definitely going to be really helpful in that process. Finally, in this very, very busy astrological week, obviously it's been a super busy it will be a super busy astrological week. Mars and Neptune will speak in harmony, a really great energy to plug into source when you need to. Really great week to develop some kind of ritual. If you are an artist of any kind and you rely on inspiration, you rely on being able to have some way of connecting to divine love, however it is that you understand that energy that allows you to bring forward magic, that allows you to bring forward something that blesses your life, that allows you to feel connected to an energy of love, of wisdom, of art, of beauty. This is the type of energy that you can absolutely use to move yourself in the direction of greater kindness, but also of greater creation as well. Cultivate it, because that's where the blessings truly lie. And there's something to be said for a faith that you earn. That is a faith that truly can be called your own. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I'm truly so grateful for it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, thumbs up. It means so much. If you would like a complete look at the week ahead for your sign, an extended video scope only for your sign, log on to astrofabulous.com right now and become one of my Astrofabulous Superstars. You can do that at astrofabulous.com or nadiyashah.com. We have an amazing group of superstars on there, and I love each and every one of you. Look, I love you for being here. I love you for watching. And I'm just so grateful for this moment with you. But of course, the superstars do get exclusive video scopes available only to superstars. and they are expanded video scopes that look at the week ahead. Each and every week you get one of these videos. They're just like the month ahead videos that you get on YouTube, but instead you get them each and every week. And they're really popular, and every single day new superstars join, and I'm so very grateful for each and every one of you. The very first superstars that joined, like not that long ago at all, and since the superstar community started just over 2 months ago, and to today, every single day, new superstars are joining, growing super fast. And I'm grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your enthusiasm for the video scopes that are published at astrofabulous.com, and just for the love. I'm so very grateful for it. I don't think you can tell based on the lovely background of the plain wall and a microwave in the corner behind me, but I'm currently in a hotel room. Well, maybe you could tell that, right? Based on the background behind me. I am in a hotel room right now, and this hotel room happens to be in the capital of the beautiful country of Colombia. I've wanted to be here for a very, very long time, and it is such a privilege and such a pleasure to be here. It's just a quick trip I'm doing here, and really it was inspired by my recent experience doing the equinox event as part of Synchronicity University. So that was so rewarding, and it was such a great group that was out, and we were learning together. I taught 6 classes in 3 days. I can't believe it. I'm not going to do anything like that again, I don't think, for a really, really long time. But they were a lot of fun. I mean, all the people who attended were fun, and it was super fun to teach. But it did take a lot out of me to do. Created all the presentations and then taught the classes, plus recorded and of course had the superstar videos ready for the superstars out there. Did the videos for YouTube as well. So in the midst of all of that, and after all of that was done, on Monday I didn't get out of bed. And then on Tuesday, I was like, you know what? I want to go somewhere I always wanted to go. And Colombia was like the first place that came to mind. And I said, I'm going to Colombia. So here I am. I am sort of dividing my time between the capital of Bogota and Medellin. So sort of in the generally, they're not exactly the same area, but they're not too far apart in the country. I am not going to be available, since I'm here just for a little time, I'm not going to be available for consultations, but I did think, and based on a couple of interactions I've already had with people, I have come to believe that there are friends and fans out here who would like to meet me, which is so beautiful. Thank you so much. And if you are in the capital of Bogota or in Medellin, and you would like to have a meet and greet, right now my thoughts are this Friday of this week in Medellin, and very likely Monday, the following Monday, so not the Monday of this week, but next week, in the capital of Bogota, to have a meet and greet, a short meet and greet, probably in the early evening at a coffee shop somewhere, just to get together and have a hug. That's really it. To get together, to have a tea or a coffee and have a hug. Let's say coffee, it is Colombia, right? It would be really nice to meet friends and fans out there. So if you would like that, please do reach out and let me know, so that I know your schedule as well. Let me know what dates and times are good for you, where you are, if you're in one of those 2 cities, and what dates and times work for you. And that way we can be in touch. So please email info@nadiyashah.com or use the contact form on the website. Those really are the 2 very direct ways. I have a wonderful assistant who's helping me out right now, so he'll be sure to keep me posted, very up to the minute, keep me posted. So I would ask that you use especially those 2 mediums rather than social media, because it can be a little touch and go with social media sometimes for me these days. And we'll make something happen, right? It would be really, really nice. I do want to respect privacy, so I won't take pictures if people don't want me to and things like that. But yeah, I'm always up for a hug. I'm always up for hugging people who've been part of my spiritual journey, who say that I've been some small part of their sacred journey, which means you've been part of mine as well. And it's always a beautiful thing. So thank you so much. I would love to meet friends and fans wherever I go, and of course in Colombia as well. It's such an amazing experience so far. I've only been here for a couple days, but the people really stand out to me. They're amazing. The people are just incredible. I'm very happy to be here. I was very happy to teach the classes at Synchronicity University, and you can get full downloads of every single class that I taught at synchronicityuniversity.com and at nadiyashah.com as well. Lots of things to look forward to, lots of things in the works that I'm super excited about. And once again, for the Superstar Horoscopes, if you would like a look at the week ahead horoscope and how this new moon is going to speak to you and your sign, log on right now to astrofabulous.com. Those Superstar video horoscopes are ready. They are posted and they are there for you to enjoy. You'll get instant access to video scopes, to the video horoscopes for your sign at astrofabulous.com. Well, thank you so much once again. And I'm sending all of you out there, wherever you are on this beautiful planet, I'm sending you very big hugs. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.